Hello guys, today I'm going to talk you about a very interesting book. Its name is Taste and Other Tales, which is made up of 9 small stories that left your imagination run away. This author is a very interesting man, named Roald Dahl, who was born in Cardiff, Gales on September 13 of 1916. He has written more than 10 hits where 3 of them have been taken to the big screen in Hollywood. He has written very famous stories for all the children around the world, which are Andy and the Giant Peach, Matilda and the Witches. Certainly one of the greatest writers who has trodden the earth. He has passed through difficult times as a child, such as the death of his sister and father. After graduating from school, he decided to go to Africa, where he learned to fly, and then he suffered an accident that left him blind for several months. During his journeys and experiences, he was inspired to write his most famous stories. After the Second World War, he moved to the United States, where he would go to Hollywood and he met and married with the love of his life. One of his stories, which we are going to speak, is Birth and Date, a very surprising tale which talks about the story of a woman, Clara, which is about to give birth in a hospital in 1889. She is anxious with the birth because she believes that the baby will die. It has happened 4 times with Gustav, Otto, and Ida. This is one of the most striking points of the text. They are in a constant dispute between she and the doctor, who told her that the birth was going well. This is associated with her past trouble with other pregnancies and the constant fights with her husband, Mr. Alois, who was alcoholic. The story ends with a surprising twist. The last son of the woman turned out to be the only survivor of all the babies, and that baby will grow up and become one of the most relevant characters in the history, Adolf Hitler. The second story is even more interesting from my perspective. It's about a woman, Mary Maloney, who anxiously waiting her dear husband, Mr. Maloney, who works at the police and returns home at 5 at the afternoon, to inform his wife of something unpleasant. She was very excited to see him. When this happened and she noticed him cutting and serious, she goes to the fridge to serve his dinner. After a moment of tension with the food, a leg of lamb, she hits him, which accidentally kills him. Mary, shocked, decides to go to the restaurant where they used to eat to clear her mind. Then decides to call the police so there's no suspicion of her. In the end, they don't notice and the cops end up eating the murder weapon, the leg of lamb. Now, I would like to give an opinion of these two stories. Birth and Date seems to make a tale that it is fullest of sadness and misery. The end is a great contrast that turns everything around. It's teaching us that everything we can be achieved when you try to not give up, to be persistent. We will have always bad times that will make us doubt that we are doing the right thing. But in the end, all of that will be rewarded if we don't stop trying. A tale that, although it was very interesting, I don't think it would generate the same impact if it wasn't the birth of Adolf Hitler. Now, talking about the leg of lamb, the specific description of everything that happened in the story is what catches the reader and makes him stay till the end, wondering what will happen at the end. The craving and the intrigue are strongly contrasted with Mrs. Maloney laughed at the end. That is what shocked the reader, generating, at least in my case, that he stayed thinking the story and what could be the reason of that. But in short words, it is a good story, but it's awesome how it is narrated.